Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. By now, I imagine you've heard the news. If you're following the NCAA tournament at all, you've heard the news about JuJu Watkins' injury. I was doing a live stream of the game, USC taking on Mississippi State, trying to get to the Sweet 16. Not much time had gone by in the game before JuJu Watkins went down with a knee injury. And every time I even say it or think about it, I find myself squirming or rubbing my own knee. Looked horrible. And everybody in the chat were expressing their concerns and their prayers for JuJu. Obviously, nobody wants to see anybody injured, and certainly not what looked to be absolutely excruciating, meaning and requiring that she be carried off the floor. I'm going to show you that what happened, and then I want to talk just a little bit about it.
Defense from the Trojans, and Watkins goes down hard, and she's grabbing her right knee, quickly grimacing in pain. JuJu's face telling the story and being carried off the court, opposite end from the USC locker room.
Now that video sped it up. She was actually down on the floor much longer, but that was an edit to what happened. I'm going to show you a different angle.
Personnel see right away the look on her face, the pain, and then grabbing as athletic trainer came out and then carried off the court. They did go to the monitor. There was no upgrade. It's called a common foul.
So you can see the knee buckle there. Once again, everybody wishes JuJu the absolute best. We voiced our concerns about her in the live stream and prayers. Just wanted to show that again, because after that there was some obviously emotions are going to be high. So the fans were booing the player involved in that. We actually, who were watching it in real time, were not so sure that she wasn't buckling prior to the contact. At first, we didn't even see the contact, but then being able to see different angles, you could see, like, I think the officials were correct in making it a common foul. But if there was contact, it was minimal contact, it seems. But the idea that it was a dirty play, even as Holly Rose said afterwards, is just, I mean, it's basketball, and JuJu is going to the basket. You can't really see it from that angle, but there, I don't know if you could see it from that angle. I don't remember, but I've seen some angles where you can't see that there are two players there, and she's going that direction. I'm not sure if it buckled first, if there was that contact that, all I know is that the player involved in this seems to me doesn't deserve for people to be acting like it's on purpose or that it was dirty or anything like that. And then afterwards, apparently, and Holly Rowe talked about it after the game, in the handshake line, the teams had to be separated because I guess USC had something to say about that whole thing. And so that's just not good. Nobody wants to see anybody get injured. And hopefully nobody wants to see someone who was just out there playing basketball to be made to be somebody who would do something that dirty. I want to go over it. Speaking of that, and whether there's contact or not contact, or how much the contact was, or who initiated the contact, or whatever the case may be, Athlon put up an article and they quoted some people on social media, and you can hear what other people thought as well, as it after it happened. Athlon Sports entitled this slow-mo video of JuJu Watkins' injury in NCAA tournament leaves fans in disbelief. I'm not going to read all the stuff about who JuJu is or anything like that. I'm just going to get down right here. And the Trojans may have suffered a massive blow early in the game. With 4:43 left in the opening quarter, Watkins had the ball on a 2-on-1 fast break. As she drove to the hoop, she made contact with the defenders before falling down awkwardly. Watkins was down for some time in clear pain, grabbing on her right knee. At her right knee, she later had to be escorted back to the locker room. A slow motion video of Watkins' ugly injury was released on social media. And I wasn't going to show this again, but I think I will, because it allows you to see more of what I saw as JuJu was on this break toward the basket. You're going to see two players here, but you also see I don't know if you can see my mouse, but there's two Mississippi State players here, and then you have a teammate of JuJu over here who's open. And then JuJu is going to make her way to the basket. So I'm going to go ahead and show this.
All right, we're back at USC. Let's take a couple of looks at what happened with JuJu Watkins. Remember, she grabbed at her right knee, right leg as she went down, and she was carried off the court by personnel. You see right away the look on her face.
Okay. We can stop that right there. But I wanted you to be able to see the angle. So she's sandwiched here between two players. And well, let me just get back to the article so I can show you what other people are seeing on what they saw. So it says college basketball fans were in disbelief after watching Watkins go down in slow motion, taking to social media to leave their thoughts. Yeah, her knee collapsed before she even got hit. That is not good, one fan said. JuJu Watkins' knee goes out before she even got hit. Man, I hope she's okay, added another. That knee gave out 100% ACL, so bleeping unfortunate, wrote a third. Not gonna lie, it looks like she hyperextended both. It just hurts to look at so bad, man. Hope it's nothing major, posted a fourth. My heart is literally broken, commented a fifth. Bleeping, man, definitely the ACL, shaking my head, non-contact, and the knee caved in, wishing her a speedy recovery, added a sixth. And then it goes on to say if Watkins were to miss any time, it would be a massive blow for USC. And if fans' worst fear of an ACL tear is true, she could potentially miss a good portion of the 2025-26 season. She left the game with 3 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Remember, this happened very early in the game. Now, like many others, my prayer is that it is not a torn ACL, and my prayer is that it looks worse than it actually is. You see there that people are saying what we were saying as we were watching it in the live stream, and that is it looked like it buckled first. However that was initiated, whether it was JuJu with her arm out or whether it was a bump, that happens in basketball. Whatever the case may be, it looked like her knee just gave in. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how, I don't know I don't know nothing except what I saw initially. And all I know is that I wish her well. And yeah, I could say I said more in the live stream, and I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, but it's just so unfortunate, and it just seems so avoidable on a break like that where you've got a player wide open. It just seems so unfortunate that she would be in that situation where she's sandwiched in. And obviously emotions are high, and her teammates' emotions are high. They played, Kiki went off, and USC ended up winning 96-59. Kiki with 36 points. So couple things can happen in situations like this, because it literally felt like the oxygen went out during this live stream, and obviously in that building. And so what can happen for both teams, actually, believe it or not, in a situation like that, it can be hard to play, even if you are Mississippi State, who is already having a hard time playing. But it can be hard to play in a situation like that, because that's, nobody wants to see that. And then it can be really hard for JuJu's teammates to play in a situation like that, because you're concerned about her. She's out there. You don't know exactly, but it can also be a situation where a team rallies and says, we're playing for JuJu, or we're going to step it up, or we're going to do what we've been working on and practicing. We're going to play like a team, and somebody steps up. And in this case, Kiki for sure stepped up. Okay. Marshall also had 12 points, and Howell had 18 points off the bench. So 13 from Heckle. So people stepped up. Smith had 10 points. And of course, everybody wants to know that JuJu is going to be just fine. So anyway, I just wanted to though I was doing this during the live stream, I just wanted to put this video out, share my thoughts. I feel horrible for JuJu, praying for her to be well. I also feel horrible for the other team, because nobody wants to be accused of dirty play at all. And from a coach's perspective, I could say more, but I've said enough at this point, and I'll leave it at that. What are your thoughts? Please be respectful. This is not cool at all, and nobody wants to see this. So be respectful if you leave a comment, and I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.